"Dad!" Claire yelled, hearing that her father was planning on going to the guild. Her mother had a surprised expression, hearing the words of her husband stating his plans. Getting up, she rushed after him. Claire sighed, listening to her mother trying to convince her father how it was hasty to rush over to the guild. He's going to have to become an adventurer to even be allowed inside the guild, Claire thought to herself as she shook her head. Looking at an empty room, Claire heard the sound of footsteps. Stepping back into the frame of the video, her mother sighed. "It looks like your father is going to where you are. Though, I was able to convince him to take Abby with him. Hopefully, she'll be able to keep him calm." "Dad's not going to even be able to get in," Claire said exasperately. "They have the guild blocked off for those who are not members." Hearing Claire's words, her mother raised an eyebrow and sighed with relief. "That's good to know. I don't think your father would just sign up and become an adventurer, regardless of how hot-headed he's being." Shaking her head, Claire asked, "So, how are things at the lab?" As though grateful for the changing topic, Claire's mom said, "Compared to your father, the higher-ups make him look rational." She grimaced at the memory. "I think they may have caused the situation with the modified humans to become worse." "How so?" Claire was alarmed. With how quickly the modified humans wiped out our defenses, those in charge panicked and began testing to see whether radiation would be a more effective weapon. Her mother was silent before continuing. "Claire, they were thinking of nuking those things. They honestly thought destroying the planet for everyone was a strategy worth thinking about." Though she was expecting things to be bad, Claire just then realized how bad things actually were. It didn't take an expert in the field to understand how damaging to the world it would be to use nuclear weapons. What made it worse was the idea of whether nuclear weapons would be even effective against modified humans. Would it even work? Claire hesitatingly asked, part of her not wanting to know the answer. Taking a deep breath and shrugging, her mother said, "I honestly don't know. We wanted to test whether radiation would work against the few samples we had of the creatures. Still, we had fears of the modified humans adapting to it. Though I don't think they'd be able to withstand the initial blast from the weapon, the question was whether the radiation would work as a way to get rid of a large number of them. I get a feeling that if guns are ineffective, the radiation would be too." Claire thought about the number of missiles that have to be launched to destroy even a fraction of them. It would turn the world into a giant radiation wasteland. Claire felt her heart ache at the thought. Claire's mom nodded in agreement. "It's why your father tried so hard to advocate against it. But eventually, he had to cave in. Hopefully, our tests weren't the reason for the increased activity of those things, and what led to the fort being lost." After hearing the sadness in her mother's voice, Claire was quiet. It was a strange feeling to see a parent showing such despair about the reality they all faced. Usually, parents were meant to be the ones to tell their kids that everything was going to be okay. "What does Abby say?" Claire posed the question, not enjoying the silence. "Your sister didn't have much choice to follow the order given to her. I guess the military was running separate tests, though she still won't explain what they were. Even if she doesn't agree with what they're doing, it's a matter of her duty as a soldier," her mother explained. "The problem comes with losing the fort and no longer having access to the world above. There has been some talk of the soldiers going over to become adventurers, though there are some issues with that choice." "Issues?" Claire tilted her head, confused. It's a matter of having the nation's soldiers working under the authority of a multinational corporation. Even if they were to take orders from the various heads of the military, they'd still be working in the framework of Star and Moon. Her mother sighed at the issue, equally confused about what would be happening in the future.